Good day. If you're thinking about or have already selected the AccessWealth plan at Dew Point, then it is our hope that the next few minutes of this video will explain to you everything you need to know about the AccessWealth plan. Of course, you've got a full policy document with you 24 hours a day in your app and online that you can use to go through every detail of this plan. But this video should give you the perfect summary for understanding the benefits and the access that the AccessWealth plan gives you. To start with, remember that the AccessWealth plan does in fact give you two independent products. Firstly, it affords you access to your very own tax-free investment account that comes without restriction. What do we mean by that? Well, it's an investment product where you're able to put money into your account and withdraw it any time you like without delay and without fee or charge or hoops to jump through. You can contribute between 100 and up to 2,500 Rand a month into your investment account and watch it grow from there. And any gains that you obtain and any dividends that go into your investment account are tax-free in this product. This means you have the most leverage in creating an asset for yourself over time. In addition, Prime Collective Investment Schemes Management Company looks after this investment for you. One of the most innovative and dynamic management companies in South Africa today. All of this you get in the AccessWealth plan, including the second product, 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. All of this includes always at Dew Point access to the Dew Point system. What is the Dew Point system? Go and watch the training videos and introduction videos to Dew Point, and you'll understand our wealth creation system that is afforded to you through this product as well. Folks, you will be paying currently in 2019 around 324 Rand a month to have this product. That 324 Rand is broken down into two elements. The first is your investment allocation. There is a minimum monthly allocation of 100 Rand, but as I just demonstrated to you, you can increase that by any amount up to 2,500 Rand a month. So remember to add that to understand what your debit order amount is every month. You then pay a further 224 Rand a month for our 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover and of course access to the entire Dew Point wealth creation system. Now, prices move and change. This is not unusual. Depending on factors like the risk profile of the company and our own book, inflation, actuarial calculations will and may result in annual increases to your AccessWealth monthly payment. So be aware of that. But generally, when there are increases in premium payments, there are increases in benefits too. All of this comes together. But there may be years as well where there is no price increase on your benefit. All of this is quite normal practice. So be aware of it and be comfortable with it right up front. Things to remember about the AccessWealth plan. And there's some important things for you to understand and remember. Firstly, there are no age restrictions on this product. In other words, as long as you're older than 18, doesn't matter how old you are after that, you may take the AccessWealth plan. We don't cut you off at 65 or 70 or 75 or 80. You can have this product your entire life and enter it at any age. There are no medical examinations or declarations in this, which means that it doesn't matter what your personal circumstances are, what your medical circumstances are, none of these things are important. You can take the AccessWealth plan. And of course, there are no waiting periods. From the moment you have paid your first premium, you are undercover with 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover, and you have your tax-free investment account with us. In addition, folks, it's important for you to understand that this is not a bank account and it is not a savings account. It is an investment account. Investment accounts are where you become a shareholder. That's the wonder of the AccessWealth product. As you understand, a lot of what is being directed in South Africa today is to get people empowered and included into the economy of South Africa. Your AccessWealth tax-free investment account buys for you shares in some of the major corporations around South Africa today. That is an awesome and incredible tool that you are given. This is not a bank account. Your money does not go into a bank account, and it's certainly not a savings account. It is an investment into the shares of major corporations around South Africa today. What that means is that the value of your investment will move. It will not be static. People have asked the question, what is the return? What is the interest that I'll be getting? Folks, you don't get interest, you don't get returns. What you get is a movement with the market, which means that sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But if we look at the Joburg Stock Exchange over the last 50 years, it's had a steady inclining rate that has outperformed to date all other investments in South Africa. Whether that performs in the future the same way, no one can tell. But with 50 years of experience, we feel at DewPoint that this is a relatively solid investment for you. But you must make your own decision. Do more research. Understand what investment accounts are about. Folks, as these major corporations that you are now a shareholder of through our unit trust process, declare dividends, your percentage of that dividend will go into your investment account. This allows for a compounding growth rate in your investment account. Not only your contribution every month, not only the movement in the value of the shares, but a compounding of dividends declared into your investment account. This, as I said, we believe is a powerful investment tool for you to have. You do not get interest. So I repeat that for you. You do not get interest on these investment accounts because they are not bank accounts. Folks, these investment accounts must not be treated like transactional accounts. In terms of the South African legislation around tax-free investments, you cannot be withdrawing and putting in, withdrawing and putting in, withdrawing, because then you will lose your tax-free status on that investment account. We want you to be able to accumulate assets. One of the main primary objectives of DewPoint is wealth creation. Wealth creation cannot occur if you're putting money in and withdrawing it, putting money in and withdrawing it. But not only that, you risk the loss of your tax-free status on this investment, which means that dividends and capital gains on that account will be taxed when you withdraw the monies if you've treated this like a transaction account. So treat it as a long-term investment. Investments into unit trusts is always a medium to long-term exercise. Pick how much you want allocated every month and leave the money there to compound in growth and grow your wealth in a way you've not done until this point in time. Other things to remember on the second product, the personal accident cover. Folks, this is cover for death via accident only. Many South Africans believe that that doesn't apply to them, but if you go and look at the statistics, large percentages of South Africans die from accidents every year. What is an accident? It's any external force acting on your body to kill you. That means car accidents, hijackings, shootings and muggings, falling off ladders or in holes. There are a myriad of different ways you can die from an accident, and therefore it is one of the largest percentages of death in South Africa today. Pedestrians crossing roads, etc., etc. Folks, that is what you are covered for. And if you pass away from one of those accidents, your beneficiaries receive 120,000 Rand currently in 2019. Now, folks, let's understand that properly. It means that you've been investing money in your tax-free investment account. Perhaps in your first year with us, you've only invested 1,200 Rand or 2,000 Rand. If you were to pass away, that's all your beneficiaries would get. But not in the AccessWealth plan. In the AccessWealth plan, your beneficiaries get that 1,200 Rand plus 120,000 Rand from the personal accident cover where you die from an accident. This changes everything for your family as they lose you, the primary breadwinner in the family. They're able to go and settle debts with that 120,000 Rand. They're able to live off of that money when you passed away until they have reorganized their finances. This product is powerful in not only creating wealth, but in securing the wealth of your family. And so make sure you understand that correctly, that you don't view it as just a savings account, or you don't view it as insurance I'll never use. No, this product has been specifically put together to ensure the maximum benefit for you and your family as you move forward with it. Folks, there are no waiting periods at all after your first payment has been made. It covers you for death via accident. What it does not cover, though, is death via accident from a couple of things you would expect from every insurance policy. extreme or professional sports, being a policeman or soldier while on duty. Our policy will cover you when you're off duty. While you're on duty, you're generally covered by state insurance. Where you die in riots or strikes or wars, where you die because you abuse drugs and alcohol, obviously our insurance policy won't cover that. And of course, if you are breaking any laws when you die, you won't be covered. These are very standard insurance policies, nothing unusual about them. But what is unusual and very specific and unique to DewPoint's products is that we do cover you for security guards that are on and off duty. If you're a security guard and you die while on duty, you're undercover with our AccessWealth plan. We cover motorcyclists even while they're driving their motorbikes. And I know motorcyclists, you'll be surprised by that because you know generally you are not covered under normal insurance. But here you are covered by us under our AccessWealth plan. Folks, to maximize your tax-free benefit, as I said earlier, don't be withdrawing your money every 5 minutes. Have you ever sat down and done the mathematics on how much you could save with a small amount as little as 100 Rand a month? If you were to be disciplined enough to take 100 Rand and to put it aside every month and never touch it, over time you would be surprised what it would create without any interest, without any compounding effect. Do you know that in a year you're saving 1,200 bucks at just 100 Rand a month? Over 10 years, that amounts to 12,000 Rands worth of savings. This is not taking into account market movements of the value of your investment and the compounding effect of dividends being paid into your account every single year. Have you ever realized how much you can save with just a little bit being put aside every month? That is the tool the AccessWealth plan gives you. That is the hope that we have, is that South Africans will be able to build wealth from small amounts into large amounts. If you were to use the full contribution of 2,500 Rand a month, and you were to put that in, that's 30,000 Rand a year that you would be saving without any market fluctuations or dividends or the compounding effect of dividends. If you were to do it for 10 years, it would be 300,000 Rand that you had put aside for yourself, for when you retire, for when that moment occurs where you've been hospitalized or disabled or you lose your job. Ladies and gentlemen, are we preparing for those inevitable outcomes in our lives in the South African context? Are you putting something away? Here at DewPoint, for as little as 100 Rand a month, you can already start changing your future. Increase that contribution and your future could be completely different. Imagine what these numbers look like with the compounding effect of the growth on the stock exchange and dividends coming in every year. Can you imagine what these numbers would look like? Folks, important in order for you to ensure the success of the benefits and the growth of wealth in these products is that you understand the value and meaning and importance of the payment of your premium and the payment of your plan payment here with AccessWealth. Folks, your cover will only commence after you have made your first payment. So if you've selected the AccessWealth and set your debit order for 2 months ahead, your cover will only commence 2 months from now when that first payment is made. If you want immediate cover, then make your debit order payment tomorrow. Make it happen so that you're undercover immediately with us and we can start creating that investment account for you and starting to produce and create wealth for you. Do not delay in that. Folks, realize that if you have canceled or lapsed your AccessWealth plan and have come back and reinstated your product, again, your cover will only commence after we receive your first payment after you've reinstated with us. So again, don't set it for 2 months down the line if you're expecting cover now. If you're expecting cover now, set your debit order for right now so that you do come under cover with us. Folks, for claims and other compliance issues, please call our client service team Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 in the afternoon on 010-020-4500. You can also email our client service team 24 hours a day at info@dewpoint.net. And in your product documents, you will find full details and procedures of all of our claims and compliance issues, including details about our compliance officers, details of the ombudsman, all sorts of things. You will find it in your product documents, so go for it there. Where do you find your product documents? Well, folks, we would have emailed it to you. That is automatic on your purchase of our products. We all expect that you captured the correct email address in there and that you did not use someone else's email address or an email address you don't have access to. Make sure you put the email address in that is yours and that you use so that we can not only send you your policy documents but continue to communicate with you about your product. It would have been sent to you immediately, as I said, when you became a product owner to your email address, but we also store it permanently in the DewPoint app. So please download the DewPoint app. Once you've done that and logged in, simply click on what we call the burger button. It's those 3 white lines at the top. This will open up your product menu where you will see all your products at DewPoint listed. Simply select the AccessWealth plan on that screen over there, and your AccessWealth plan menu item will load. On there, you will find at the top important investment notices for you and other notices about your product. Please check them regularly. You will be able to see your investment balance. It updates every 24 hours, so at midnight every night, it updates, and you can see how the market has shifted and the value of your investment has moved, as well as if any dividends have come in will reflect on this balance. You can see how much you're contributing every month. Have you selected 100 Rand a month, 200 Rand, 1,000 Rand, 2,500 Rand? And as I said, you can change this on a monthly basis by simply coming in here, clicking the change button, making that contribution that month, and then clicking change and changing it back to your regular contribution. You have full flexibility without restriction or cost in our investment plan. And then, of course, you can download your plan documents at any point in time from here. Folks, if you log into our website, you can go to your My Account menu item, and it will bring up even further details about your personal account with us. Depending on the product that you have, it will populate differently. On this My Account, you'll be able to download your Wealth Engineer Code of Conduct if you choose to use the DewPoint Wealth Creation System. You'll also be able to download your product documents. You'll also be able to see your very important investment notices, and you'll be able to change your contributions on the site as well. It's important that you become familiar with these access points that you have to your products with us here at DewPoint. You'll also be able to find your tax statements there, your investment statements every month, your annual return statements for SARS and tax purposes. Everything is on your app and in your My Account section. You'll also be able to find the minimum disclosure document, a link directly to the investment house's minimum disclosure document that shows you what's happening with your investment, where your shares are being invested, how they're performing compared to other investments, and the movements of your balances over time. The minimum disclosure document you will find in your My Account section in our website when you log in. A couple of other regulatory disclosures. Again, of course, full disclosures in your product document 24 hours a day. But know that Constantia's FSP license is 31111, and you can find us on the FSCA's website. And of course, Prime Collective Investment Schemes and their administration subsidiary, Global Fund Administrators, their FSP license 43521, all available to you online for you to see at any point in time. Folks, you have one of the most powerful, best of category products we believe in the country today. We do constant research and we constantly improve on our products. If you've got questions and concerns, contact client services, watch the training videos. But even if you choose not to be a wealth engineer in our system, you can rest assured that you have one of the best products in this class and category in the country today. That is always our objective here at DewPoint.